case briefs, and so much more. LSData's got what you're looking for.
In 2007, the Abigail Alliance for Better Access to Developmental Drugs, v. von Eschenbach case, was heard by the United States Court of Appeals for the District of Columbia Circuit. The case centered on whether the government should regulate access to experimental drugs for terminally ill patients to protect them from potentially harmful unapproved drugs, even if it means they might not have access to potentially life-saving treatment. The Abigail Alliance fought for the terminally ill patient's right to access experimental drugs not yet approved by the FDA. However, both the district and appeals court ruled against the alliance. The appeals court examined the government's responsibility to limit access to investigational drugs, concluding that it had a legitimate interest in protecting patients from potentially harmful unapproved drugs. The court majority opinion held that there was no fundamental right for terminally ill patients to access these drugs, while a dissenting opinion disagreed. Under the Food, Drug, and Cosmetic Act, access to new drugs is generally prohibited unless and until they have been approved by the FDA, which requires substantial evidence of safety and effectiveness from clinical trials. The court held that the government had a rational basis for ensuring a medically acceptable knowledge level regarding investigational drugs before distribution outside controlled studies. It maintained that Congress aimed to regulate access to experimental drugs for terminally ill patients, and that exemptions fell under legislative judgment, not judicial inference. The district court's judgment was ultimately affirmed.
Case briefs, and so much more. LSData's got what you're looking for. Visit lsd.law, elevate your mind. Leave the stress of class.